Tonight, for the first time, President Trump's top diplomat is hinting at new security guarantees for Kim Jong Un if he is willing to give up his nukes.
We're prepared to take what will be security assurances that are different, unique, than have been provided, that America's been willing to provide previously.
What could that mean? They won't say, but candidate Trump talked about withdrawing troops from South Korea. Now it could also mean pulling back America's nuclear umbrella, B-52s from Guam, nuclear-armed submarines. First, U.S. officials say North Korea would need to offer proof of what it is giving up. Kim's father cheated on a nuclear deal with Bill Clinton in 1994, and again with George W. Bush in 2002.
Simply getting to agreement is already a monumental effort, but actually verifying the denuclearization would again take enormous resources.
And the regime's vast nuclear complex is so well hidden, U.S. officials don't even know how many weapons it has. Current estimates ranging from 20 to 60 warheads, buried in dozens of sites, involving hundreds of buildings, staffed by thousands of people. Even if Kim lets inspectors in, it could take a decade or more. The president describing today's meeting as get to know you plus. So a more likely result from today's summit, a joint statement to begin the process of denuclearizing and agree after 65 years to finally start ending the Korean War.
And Andrea joins us here now. They're going to talk nuclear weapons, obviously. What about human rights issues, however?
They say they're not going to discuss it, so it would be surprising if they do pick that up. But one thing that they may put in that joint statement is an agreement to open diplomatic offices for the first time in their respective countries. That could make it easier to test whether Kim Jong Un is really about to disarm.
So look for small steps.
Exactly.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.